Good morning, everyone. Let's see who's in here. You look at my phone. I got my chat pulled up already. If I can catch it up, it wants to be behind. Lisa, Verbal, Southern Mom, Leave It to Beaver, Karen. Debbie, good morning. Do I have it set for the wrong day? No. I set it up last night for this morning. I had it set at 10:30, and then Mark decided to go mow the front lawn. And I was like, I just told you I was going to do a live stream about this breaking news that happened yesterday. So I had to change it to 10:40, but it's all good. It's all good now. Jamie, Lovable Rogue, Cheryl Lynn. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I hope YouTube notifies everyone. Maybe I'll just post it. Let me do a quick post. We're going to talk about this piece of crap, Chad Daybell, Lori Vallow, freaking nuts. And put I'm live. So come and chat. Okay. Sometimes YouTube don't notify people. Now, let me get back. Let me go out and come back in. My chat don't want to catch up on my phone. Cece, I did get worried also. Usually get in half an hour notice from you. Hey, Jane. Yeah, I set it up last night, so that might have something to do with it. Usually I set it up about 9 o'clock in the morning. Give, at least an hour and a half notice. But last night I went ahead and did it so I'd be prepared. Usually I don't set my streams up the night before because I don't know what I'm going to talk about until the next morning. I get up in the mornings and look up what I'm going to discuss. Do post it. I was keeping an eye out for you. Yeah, I just shared it in a community post. Let me give people just a minute to get in here before we start talking about Chad. Hey, Very Mary. Morning. I had a feeling the kids were sadly passed away. I was hoping I was wrong. I was hoping that, where they had this cult, that the kids were stashed somewhere, someone's house. But I knew in my heart that probably wasn't true. One of the things that always made me think that was because JJ was autistic and he had that little service dog named Bailey. Okay. She gave Bailey, she tried to sell Bailey, and the dog trainer and stuff that had gave the dog to them caught her doing it, and they took the dog back, and the dog went to another child. But I kept thinking, if that child was alive, she would have sent that dog with him to wherever he was stashed at, because that dog helped keep him in bed at night and helped keep him calm, right? So that's why I always, thought they was probably passed away. It's not been confirmed yet. The remains have not been positively identified, but I'd say they'll identify them shortly. Won't take long using dental records, maybe DNA testing. It's heartbreaking, not surprising, but heartbreaking. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. That's what I mean. I was hoping they were alive. Yeah. This morning I kept thinking about Kay and Larry Woodcock, JJ's grandparents, and Tylee's aunt, and of course the older brother, Cody Ryan. My heart goes out to them. I can't imagine what they have been going through and still yet to have to go through, you know. Plunder Channel reports sources say Lori went cray-cray in jail last night. Yeah, Plunder, for some reason, they put out stuff before it even gets into Crime Online or any of the other news outlets. Mel, the mayor basically confirmed it was the kids. Yeah, well, we know it's the kids. I mean, who else could be buried on his property? Could be, I mean, it could be possible. It could be old remains. Someone was buried on the property years ago, but that's not the case here. Anything's possible, but it's the children, unfortunately. I knew he was involved. Now, I'm just wondering, who killed the kids? Did Chad do it? Or did they get Alex to do it? Here she was, when they extradited Lori back from Hawaii. She made her first court appearance. She had that hideous lipstick color on. Remember that? She was just bouncing through the courtroom. Thought she was going to get a bond or, get it lowered enough so that she could bond out. And the whole time she was in court acting like that. And I saw someone comment this, and they made a good point. The whole time she was in court acting like this, she knowed those kids was buried in Chad Daybell's yard. And that daggone hole looked pretty deep. Let me see if I thought I uploaded that to my drive. Never Lose Hope had sent me a picture and enlarged it for me. It was a couple pictures of where they were digging at. Let me see if I can find those. Yeah, I think, let's see. Chad's in the Fremont County Jail and Lori's in the Madison, right? Or do I have it backwards? But anyways, his court appearance, whatever he's doing today, I'm going to try to live stream that if I can find it. Okay. I'm just looking for the pictures in my drive. Right here they are. Those holes look pretty deep. Let me screen share. I think I can enlarge them a little bit on here too. Let's enlarge. Yeah, that looks pretty deep to me. Maybe it looks deeper because it's like an aerial shot. But I'm just wondering, is that Chad's dozer or did police bring that? I'd say he had to have had a piece of equipment to dig a hole that deep. It looks deep to me, guys. I bet you he was sweating bullets when they pulled up with that search warrant You know he was. You know he was sitting there like, oh my God, they're going to find the bodies. They're going to find the bodies. You know he was doing that. Okay, now I want to know what led them to want to search that property again. Now they had already done one search on that property, and they took computers, notebooks, stuff like that. Now I'm wondering if Lori, her lawyers finally convinced her to tell the truth, which I doubt that's the case. Or I'm wondering if they found some kind of digital evidence or text messages or something in that evidence they had took in the first search. Or were they there searching for something else and brought the cadaver dogs and they got a hit? So they dug there and found the remains. It's all the questions I got in my mind right now, guys. Jermaine, hey, honey. Good to see you. Hey, Julie. Whatever they dream up for a defense, I pray those two are both gone for life. That's the $1,000,000 question. Hey, Saz, good afternoon. I assume Lori started singing. I don't know. I feel like they found something. I don't know if she talked or not. You could be right. It's a good possibility. She could have had time in jail to be away from Chad, get out from underneath his spell or whatever is going on. And her lawyers could have convinced her to do the right thing. I don't feel like that. I feel like they found something. Something led them there. But I just want to know if, I don't know, if they had a tip the bodies were there, or if they were there searching for something else and the cadaver dogs just, got a hit. Samantha, hey, hun, Samantha, Bamantha, that's cute. I think Melanie spilled the beans because her hubby was still working with the FBI and she cut a deal. Hey, that is a very good possibility. More than likely, that's probably what happened. Glad you came in and said that. That's why I like talking with everybody about it, because y'all say things and I'll be like, oh, yeah, good point. Getting something to eat, Mel? I already fixed breakfast, but I didn't eat. Susan Elder, it's strange how all this came about right after Melanie Gibbs' TV interview. Good point, Susan. Really good point. Okay, so I'm looking at my screen. I'm still screen sharing, but it's not showing the picture. That's weird. I thought y'all were looking at that picture with me. I guess it didn't show up. Let me stop for just a second. Maybe it's got something to do with Chad's picture being up here. Okay. I think it had something to do. Something's going on. I was screen sharing and I can't even see it. I'm looking at my phone at the live stream. And the daggone video or picture wasn't even showing up. Jesus. I think it's because I had Chad's big picture there, though. Let me go to my recent. Pull that back up. Technology, I am not good at it. I'm still figuring everything out about this StreamYards. Give me just a sec, guys. Okay, I think that's the picture of him being arrested. Let me just go through here a sec. Y'all keep chatting. I've got so many pictures uploaded here. Can't find that right now. I just had it pulled up. It's so weird. Hey, K Smalls, TC. The mayor let it slip. It was Tylee and JJ. I uploaded it. Okay, Kay, thank you. We're going to look at this picture where they were digging at again because I was screen sharing it, but I think Chad's big picture messed it up. Ugly thing. He's got like a permanent frown on his face. Like, what in the hell? He's like got his face, his lips is like turned down. I don't know what the hell's going on. I was looking at some pictures of him before he hooked up with Lori and now, and he looks a lot different. These two are complete lunatics. Yeah, so here's the pictures, and that hole looks pretty daggone deep to me. Like I said before, it could look deeper because it's an aerial shot, but it's pretty damn deep. I have a feeling someone has been talking. I'm sure they have been watching him for months. Hey, Gingerlock's mom. Can you post a link for what, Jamie? You want to come up? If anybody wants to come up and chat about this, they can. What did Lori ever see in Chad? I have no idea. Like, they were like, I guess they connected through like these visions and this spiritual stuff. Lori claimed she had a lot of spiritual things happen to her and visions, and I think that's what made them connect. They're crazy. They're weirdos. The link to the article news story in my description. Okay, let me go to your channel, Kay. Let me get out of the chat here. Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble finding Kay's channel. What in the hell? YouTube's been acting weird. Okay, there, I found her. Okay. Let me get down in her description. Okay, you got a lot of subscribers, girl. Okay, I was clicking on the link. Nothing was happening, but I got it. Okay, the mayor of Rexburg. Thank you, Kay, by the way. The mayor of Rexburg says he hopes the discovery of human remains found on the property of Chad Daybell brings closure to the families of those involved. Okay, so Mayor Jerry Merle, in an interview, ABC News investigator reporter asked Mayor Jerry Merle, "How do you feel about the community responding to the news now?" He responded with, "Well, it's a sad day for Rexburg, of course, to find out the news about the kids. But on the other hand, it's a good day in the sense that it is good to try to bring some closure to the family and to this story. That it has been dragged out for a long time, and so we are glad to have that closure. But it's a very sad day for the people who knew those kids. That they loved them and cared about them. So there is nothing to celebrate." When asked with the follow-up question, "Are you indicating they found the kids. The mayor's reply was, oh. So basically, he spilled the beans and didn't mean to. Let's see. I may be able to play this. Well, I was going to play the Twitter video that it had down here, but it says media could not be played. Okay. Let me get back to the chat. I guess he didn't realize he had said that, and it, basically spilled the beans that it's the kids. Well, we all know that. They just, got to positively identify them. So we're like 99.9% sure that it's the kids' remains, right? Just got to wait for the testing. I probably didn't say that mayor's name right. I think it was Merrill. My accent, sometimes it's hard for me to pronounce words. That's why when I do the voiceover videos, I try to read slow so that people can understand what I'm saying. Yeah, Light Feather. It was the mayor that let it slip. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, there is a lot going on. So the search warrant was sealed, right? So we don't know exactly what Chad has been charged with, right? If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. I didn't see what he was charged with. Can someone tell me where Chad Daybell's 5 kids were? They living with him or other family members? His kids are grown, TC. His kids are adults. I don't think they lived with him. That's a good question, though. I heard that one of his daughters, he had brainwashed her. She believes everything her daddy says. Let me get back to my comments. Hey, Linda. Hope you're doing good. So let me see if I can find anything, if they're putting anything else out. So someone said in the chat earlier that they heard that Lori was going crazy in jail last night. Well, she's got all these celestial powers. Why don't she teleport her ass out of jail? That's what I told my hubby this morning. I said, since she's a celestial being and she can teleport, why don't she teleport her ass out of there? Her and Chad. They could teleport to a deserted tropical island. She is so full of shit. That woman, she's got something bad wrong with her. I think, I could be wrong, Lori Vallow could be schizophrenic or something, and Chad Daybell took advantage of that. He knows all that bull crap he told her wasn't true. He does not believe any of that stuff he said. None of it. The visions, none of it's all fake. Do you know what? I'm even more mad at Lori Vallow than I am Chad Daybell, because Lori was their mother. She was supposed to love and care and protect her children. She hooked up with some cult leader, some crazy weirdo, and let him brainwash her into this crap. Okay. I clicked on something. Let me see what this says. Man with ties to missing Idaho kids arrested after human remains found on his property. I'm just going to scroll this, see if it says anything new here. Um, I bet ever who said that in the chat earlier that Melanie probably is the one that gave investigators information to save her own butt. That's probably true. I bet they're right. Because her husband that she's married to now, wasn't he wired up trying to get information about the kids? If I was that guy, what's his last name? Pulaski or something like that? I'd run for the hills, honey, away from that damn family. Seems like every man they get around, something happens to. Everybody they get around. Exactly. Says her kids was her responsibility. Of course, Chad Daybell is a monster. But isn't Lori an even bigger monster? Those were her children. You know, she adopted JJ with Charles, right? JJ's from Charles's family. Why didn't she just give JJ back to them? If she wanted, to go do this damn stupid prophecy and marry that ugly ass, why didn't she just, send Tylee to her older brother, to their older brothers, Cody's, and send JJ to Kay and Larry if she didn't want them anymore? I've always thought they sacrificed those kids. Back in the beginning, I said that. I was like, what if, they're into this crazy stuff and this, what do they call it? Apocalyptic stuff and all this stuff about demons and stuff. Maybe they sacrifice the kids in some kind of ritual. They're sick. I have like a million things running through my head, guys. So I'll just say what's in my mind. And sometimes after I say it, I'm like, oh, that don't make sense. Just got to overlook me. Finally, they have got these two. They're never going to walk out of that jail. Not even on bond, I don't think. No. They're not going to get a bond after this. They got some murder charges coming. And I would say they murdered Tammy Daybell too. Chad gave her something to make her die in her sleep. I think he overdosed her. Of course. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have something to do with Joseph Ryan's death too. Because think about it. They needed all these people out of the way. Charles Ballo, Joseph Ryan, the kids' daddies, right? And the kids, and of course Tammy. So they could go out and start this new, crazy, weirdo life. They are freaks. It's my opinion. Child murderers, child abusers, child molesters, child rapists, whatever you want to call it, deserve death. They don't need to be on this earth. Anyone that harms a child. That's just my opinion. I think Lori sang and told them or made a deal. The first thing one to make a deal is the one who gets the better deal. And they just were to dig. Yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Did they know exactly where to dig? Or did they take the cadaver dogs out there and get a hit? So there was like, I'm going to dig here. Let me go back and see. I saw my name tagged. Daybell was arrested for destruction of concealment of evidence according to online court records. No bond has been set. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. Boy, he looks rough in that mugshot, don't he? I mean, he looks rough. Which it was like 7 a.m. when they got there. But still, this has to be killing him, driving him crazy, worrying him to death that the cops are going to figure out what they did to the kids. You know it. How could they sleep at night? How could he sleep at night? They had the kids buried in that yard and went off to Hawaii and got married, guys. You can look at those wedding pictures, how happy they are. I think I got them on my Google Drive. Let me look real quick. Like she's all happy, like doing her little Hawaiian dance and freaking weirdo. Like she is a freaking nut. Yep, and danced. Yeah, we're gonna look at those pictures. I know I got them here. I thought I just saw them. Sometimes I'll upload stuff to my Google Drive and I'll go to find it and it won't be there. It didn't upload. But I thought I saw these pics. No, they must not have uploaded. But that's okay. Here's another one. Let's look. Let's look at this picture. Let me screen share. Oh, right here it is. Yeah. I thought I uploaded it. Oh, crap. What am I doing? Ah. It's not letting me enlarge it like it does the other pics. There she is. He's with his stupid ukulele. I love the ukulele, but I don't like him having one. Freaking weirdos. They ruin everything. There's no way that's easy to deal with. You'd think she would be haunting his butt. Yeah, I wonder what Chad's kids is going to think. He's got 2 kids buried in his backyard. So they've been there probably, guys, since, September? Last September, 2019. I would say there's nothing, I hate to be graphic, but probably just bones, you know what I'm saying? Lori told McGibb that JJ was a zombie. Yeah. She had also said that Charles was no longer Charles. He was possessed by someone, a demon. And it looked like at first, Lori really wasn't like 100% on board with what Chad was saying, but he eventually convinced her. And then she started the stuff about, JJ. He was possessed. He was no longer JJ. He was doing weird little things. I mean, this woman is a freaking lunatic. People say she didn't used to be like this. But you got to, wonder, like, for someone to do this and have all these crazy claims, was they ever normal? There's probably always something off with her in her brain. Same with Chad. She was calling Charles Nick. What a weirdo. I couldn't think of the name, Jane. Thank you. His wife of 30 years died in that house. Yeah. And he got a big bunch of insurance money. I'm trying to see if trying to read people's comments here. Cheryl, she actually gives Casey Anthony a run for her money. Yes. That is true. Okay, smiles demonic. Hey, I believe in demons and things like that. Hey, Nikki. I believe in demons and things like that. People can be possessed, It speaks about demons and the devil and all that in the Bible. But these people are nuts. Some people get into religion, and there's nothing wrong if you're religious. But some people get into it and they just go crazy. I don't know how else to describe it. Look at that Jim Jones cult. in a lot of religious cults. I don't think she was ever normal. Lori and Chad were the perfect sociopathic storm when they came together. Wow, I like the way you put that. I totally agree. I don't think she was ever normal. I mean, she she killed her two kids. Now I'm just wondering if she took part in that, or did Alex Cox, her brother, do her dirty work for her? Was he her hitman? I think he was. But something in my mind's like about the kids says, well, that was his niece and nephew. I could see him maybe killing Tammy and killing Charles, but the kids, but I'd say he did. He was deeply involved in this as well. He believed everything that Lori and Chad Daybell said, according to one of Lori's friends. So he probably did their dirty bidding for them. Think they planned, take Charles out, collect insurance money, take Tammy out, collect insurance money, get rid of the kids, and run off. But Lori didn't get any insurance money because she was no longer the beneficiary. Charles had changed it. And Tammy, she looked like she was Tammy Daybell, really nice lady. She liked ducks. Her tombstone actually has a duck on it and like 5 little ducklings behind it. It's really cute. I think she had a pet duck. Tells me she's a good person. She liked animals. It's good to animals. TC, Alex Cox was brainwashed as well by Chad. I really thought they killed Alex, or he killed himself. I thought they either poisoned him. I really thought he killed himself. I really thought he overdosed himself. But he didn't. I was wrong. He just got his karma. Because he murdered Charles Ballow. If Charles Ballow had attacked Alex Cox with the bat, he would have beat the shit out of him. Because he was really athletic, and Charles played baseball in college. He would have knocked his head off if he had been attacked. Probably did pick up a bat when he saw Alex pulled out a gun on him. They planned that. That was premeditated. They needed Charles out of the way. I just don't understand. Why not just let Charles go on his own way, take JJ with him, and send Tylee to one of her aunts or to the older brother, Cody? I guess she had Charles killed because she thought she's going to get some insurance money. From what I understand, Lori thought Charles may have changed the insurance policy, but wasn't for sure. So I guess she just rolled the dice on it. See if she could get lucky. See if she was still on the policy. Or cause a heart attack. What did they say that Alex Cox's cause of death was? Wasn't it like an aneurysm or something in his lung? Or not aneurysm, a blood clot? Well, Tylee, for sure, she witnessed what happened to Charles Ballow. Forgot about that. I'm glad you said that, Mel Mel. So much has happened with this case. There's been so many twists and turns that I forget information, details. Yeah, she could have been possibly killed because of what she's seen. I don't think it would have mattered if she'd seen that murder or not. I think Lori and Chad still would have gotten rid of her. She was in the way. They thought she was in the way. Crazy people, like, I don't understand them. Why didn't they just send the kids somewhere? It's like they wanted to kill them. Of course, pulmonary embolism. Blood clot. Thank you, Larissa. I like your name. It reminds me of that girl from 90 Day Fiance. She's from, I thought she was from Colombia. Maybe not. I can't remember. It's a pretty name, though. Because in her mind, they thought the world was ending and they would be better off in heaven. They both think the end of the world is next month. So natural causes, heart stopped. Oh, okay. That meant, okay. Um, well, I guess she's realizing she's not no celestial being, or her ass wouldn't be sitting in jail. She'd be teleporting out of there. I can't believe anyone would believe such crap. I mean, they have to be, I don't know, mentally ill. God, who could be that gullible? I don't know how else to explain it. Who could be that damn gullible to believe something like that? Let me fix my thing back. Trying to fix my background back, but it wouldn't do it. I wonder what they could have done to induce an aneurysm. Well, there's probably some kind of medication. I don't know, though. It looks like Alex's was just natural because of the blood clot. He was just unhealthy. I call it karma. Karma for what he did. Exactly, Meow Meow. They are freaking nuts. With Lori and Chad's powers, you'd think they'd seen this coming, idiots. Just Ellie. Exactly. Yeah. Where's their vision for going to jail for the rest of their lives? Where's that vision? I'd love to see her face on July 23rd when the world doesn't end and she's still sitting in jail. Oh, me too. Me too. I'd love to be put in a room with that woman. Give me 10 minutes with her. That's all I'll say. I said a long time ago when she wouldn't tell where them kids was, I said it ought to be legal when someone's kids goes missing and they won't cooperate with police or tell where the kids is at and they know, they ought to torture their ass. They ought to torture it out of them. But I know it's not legal. I say waterboard her ass, what I said. I know violence isn't the answer. These cases, like I said, it gets me fired up. When it comes to kids, I believe an eye for an eye. Julie, I'd only need 3 minutes. Well, Julie, I said 10 because, I didn't want it to be quick. To torture a little bit. Oh, crap. The crystal ball broke. Yep. I can't believe people are that stupid. Even Scientology is not this crazy. That's why I wonder what drugs were present. Did Lori piss for some drugs in jail also? I don't know. Hack the Planet. Oh, that's a cool name. I agree, Coffee CC. Hey, welcome. True crime enthusiasts. The state of the world today, they probably believe it. Probably. Like I said, her friend, what was her name? I think it's the Gibbs lady. She said that Lori wasn't sold on some of that stuff Chad was trying to sell her. He trying to sell oceanfront property in Arizona, as George Strait would say. But she wasn't buying it. And then I guess he totally convinced her. He's a sicko. Like I said, he knows all this stuff wasn't true. He does not believe any of this stuff. Lori probably really believed it. He was just making up a bunch of bullcrap to manipulate, control, brainwash her. That's what I think. I think she's got some kind of really bad mental illness, like schizophrenia, something like that. Chad he could have done this to get some kind of sick pleasure out of brainwashing someone and having them kill their kids and their ex-husband. Could be one of those type of people. He's a freaking lunatic. Yeah, we know that. He's a freaking lunatic. Well, they're definitely mentally unstable. Yeah. Hey, guys, I don't believe that man ever had a near-death experience. He may have had something happen maybe once, but not all the near-death experiences he's claimed. He's full of crap. Tells a lot about him. His books are self-published. Self-published, and they look like they sucked. I'm not into those kind of books. If anybody else is, I mean, that's fine. I'm just not. Because a lot of times people just write stuff it's not true, just creative writing, just to sell something. She may be mentally ill, but she knows the difference between right and wrong. Exactly. Well, just Ellie, I have some mental illness. I have manic depression. I have PTSD. I have ADHD. I wouldn't harm anyone besides a child molester or child killer, animal abuser. I have bad days where I experience mania. My mind goes really fast. I'm just, I'll catch myself walking through the house, not even knowing what I'm doing. Just walking around. I forget what I'm doing. But, I would never harm anyone. I don't have crazy thoughts or anything. Just mania. So, I don't put down anyone with mental illness, but this woman's got something really, really bad wrong with her. My grandfather was a paranoid schizophrenic. He committed suicide when I was a teenager. And I think Lori's like that. But my grandfather was not, when he had episodes, he was not violent towards his loved ones or anything. He just would read the Bible and read Revelations and talk about demons and seeing demons on him, talking about this little demon coming, carrying a bucket of water, came to wash his feet. It was really, really sad. His mind literally drove him crazy, and he took his own life. He was only like 55. And then years later, I witnessed suicide after I was an adult, of course, in 2008. But anyhow, I don't want to get off on that. But anyhow, yeah, I've seen people battle schizophrenia, but yeah, that don't give her a pass. Absolutely not. It's a lot of people that got mental illness and bad types of mental illness, like schizophrenia. They're not murdering their children and other people. I think he says he was locked in his own mind. So yeah, I always say that about myself. I'm a prisoner of my own mind sometimes. Yeah, he was looking for relief. Gosh, that wasn't the answer, but gosh, it was just a long, hard battle with schizophrenia. It really was. I'd like to know where they found the energy to plan and execute all this. I'm like 8 years younger than Laura, and I don't have the energy to fold laundry. I know, Ellie. I'm like 40, and I'm worn out by the end of the day. Taking care of all my animals, doing all my housework, doing YouTube. I just can't believe some of these people. They think they're going to pull off these murders and get by with it. And I'll never understand a mother or a father killing their children. Lori is more to blame for this in my eyes than Chad. Of course, he's to blame too, right up there with her, but more so for her because she's their mother. That's my opinion and the way I look at it. Kylie knew too much, Susan. Exactly. Very married. We are all, sometimes, aren't we? Yes, we can all be prisoners of our own minds. This time of year, really, it really affects my mind this time of year, but I'll be okay. I can't wait to see the new charges on her and him. Me too. Ain't cement shoes. It's okay, you're late. We just been talking about Monster Lori Bello and her ugly husband, Monster. We need a name for him, guys. We need a name for Chad and Lori besides their regular names. They need some kind of nicknames. I don't even like saying their names. I'd just love to know what was going through his mind yesterday morning. I bet you he about died when they come beating on that door with that search warrant 7 a.m. Dogs with them and everything. I bet he was like, oh shit, we're going down. Tylee was also losing Lori's money funding for her support. Oh, really? See, Tylee had to have, I was thinking about this. Tylee's dad died. So she had to have drawn survivor benefits. She should have drawn that until she was like 18. Sometimes I believe they can keep drawing it till they're, as long as they're in college. I'm not sure, but I do know she would have drawn survivor benefits from her dad. And Lori would have been in charge of it, of course. And then, after Charles was killed, JJ would have gotten survivor benefits also. Charles's sister got his life insurance. Kate did, and she put it in a fund for little JJ. He was arrested about a mile from his home. Yeah. I have that picture. Yeah, he got cuffed and stuffed. I'm going to make some t-shirts in Teesprings that says cuffed and stuffed. Let me see if I can find his ugly picture. Gosh, he is like one of the weirdest looking people. I usually don't say stuff about people's looks, but I mean, he just is. I mean, he just is. I like to have been the one that cuffed and stuffed him. These investigators, they have worked really, really hard on this case. They really have. So glad, too. I knew they wasn't going to give up. I knew they wasn't going to give up. They was going to keep digging and digging and digging until they got these two. Well, let's see if it screen shares. I've been sitting here for just a few seconds screen sharing it, but it just now showed up. Went too far. This picture was a little bit blurry, but there he is. Boy, hasn't he lost a lot of weight. See if I can fix this second. I need to mute. I'm about to cough. Oh, excuse me, guys. I was dying to cough, and I didn't want to cough while I was live because it was going to be loud. See, I see a message from Mandy on the on my screen, StreamYard's chat. What did she say? I had names for both of them. Sorry for the bad language. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I got a good name for Lori, but I'm too much of a lady to say it. But it starts with the C and it ends with the T. That's exactly what she is. She's a see ya next Tuesday. Y'all know what I mean. I don't think I've ever called anybody that. But yeah, that's what she is. She's a monster. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe she'd allow somebody to talk her into such ludicrous crap. And that's what all Chad's visions and his little stupid prophecies are. It's just crap. Ludicrous. You would have to be batshit crazy to believe something like that. I believe people can have visions. Yes, I do believe some people are blessed with certain gifts. There's some mediums that are for real. There's some real psychics, you know. This man's not. I like what Denise Rainey called her, wackadoo. We'll just call her wackadoo then, since Denise named her that. Mandy, how that is how I cuss in chats too. Yeah, if I want to cuss in the chat, I do that too. I do that in texting too if I'm going to cuss sometimes. If I'm really mad, I don't. I don't really like to cuss. I used to be bad to cuss a lot around my house and stuff, and you know, it's just not a good look. It's not very ladylike. Honestly, I don't like to watch someone that cusses every breath. A little bit when you get mad's all right, but just not, you know, every word that comes out of your mouth. I gotta let my dog in, guys. Ah, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Good girl. You know, lady can't be away from me for too long. So we need to get a link to the live stream that they're going to do today with Chad being in court and stuff, some kind of little hearing so that I can live stream it if I can find it as it's happening. Now, they are on. Lady, please don't lick your butt right now. My dog, y'all, she cracks me up. It's good to cuss when necessary. Yeah. But I was saying, yeah, I would like to live stream that as it's happening. Hopefully I can do that. If not, I'll find it, record it, and upload it. Well, Jamie, find the link for me, girl. I know you can through Facebook and send it to me, and we will do it. But oh yeah, what I was saying is Idaho is on a different time than me because I'm Eastern. I'm in Virginia, so I think they're behind me. Lady, please stop that. Stop it. I hope he looks into the portal of stench, aka the shitter. Yeah. Do you know what time it is on? No, let's look that up. Let's look up what time zone Idaho's in. Because I have no idea. Isn't that like the Midwest? Let's look up Rexburg, Idaho, to be exact. Miss Ladybug must have got a flea on her or something outside. She probably needs to take a bath and have some medicine put on her. Okay, the time zone in Rexburg, Wednesday, June 10th. So it's 9:45 a.m. in Rexburg right now. It's 11:45 here in Southwest Virginia. So let me write that down so I can go back and figure it out. I'm not good at math, guys. So y'all in time. So y'all have to tell me what the time difference is. It's 9:45 a.m. there right now. It's 11:45 here on the East Coast. Write that down. Get back to my chat here. Where is Peter, Griffin, and Lois? I don't know. They've been coming into the chat. I have no idea who that is. They're nice, though, so it doesn't matter. Thank you, Mandy. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Thank you. I cannot add stuff up like that. Figure out the time. Never been good at it. I was always good at spelling, reading, English. I was never even good at doing time and math. Two hours. So it's 1 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So, hey, Grandma Ducky, good to see you. It will be streamed live YouTube. Well, okay, Jamie, should I live stream it or what? Because I don't know if it's live streamed on YouTube. I don't know if I can live stream somebody else's live stream like that without getting in trouble for copyright. So 6 p.m. UK time. I have no idea, Saz. I'm 5 hours ahead of you. Oh, really, TC? So happy they finally got that fool. And that is exactly what he is. He is a fool. I just glanced at my screen and I'm loving Mandy's cat. I just noticed I had her comment pinned up there. I love black and white spotted animals for some reason, like my Annabelle. I'll be at work. We'll be listening, CC. Okay, Love Boy, don't work too hard, girl. We could just watch it on our own. It's coming from court. It's public info. Yeah. It should be fine. They told reporters they could share the feed. Well, I mean, we can try it. We can try it. Either I'll do it live or upload it. I'll try to do it live if nothing's happening around here at the house. I do got some things I need to do today, but I'll try to do it. I was going to do a member stream last night, guys, and yesterday when I said that, I forgot Diane's channel was doing a live, so I didn't do one because I knew everybody be over there watching and stuff. I could have done it earlier before hers, but I was busy. Anyways, we will try to do one this evening and discuss Chad Daybell and maybe some other stuff a little bit more. Well, the mayor Grandma Ducky, the mayor gave an interview or a statement, and he kind of let it slip that it was the kids. That's what he basically said. Not being confirmed by the police yet. I guess they got to do some testing. Compare the dental records and things. Cece, I had the coolest cat. She was fluffy white Persian with a black triangle over one eye and a black belly. Oh my gosh. I would have loved that cat. That is so cool. My dad's sister, she passed away, but she always had a Persian cat. My whole life, she had a Persian cat. Yeah, Grandma Ducky, he kind of let it slip. Kay Smiles done a video. I'll share y'all the link. Let me go back to my watch history. And she did a video about this. The mayor letting it kind of slip. And I'll put the link right here. Y'all can watch it. Let me look on here and see if they put anything else up about Chad before I have to get off here. I don't see anything in the last few minutes. Here's something on Twitter. Let me go look at this on Twitter. Okay, so that's nothing. Just saying that, they found remains on his property. Okay. Here's something 26 seconds ago. Authorities in Idaho confirmed that two sets of human remains were found at Chad Daybell's home on Tuesday. Autopsy results are pending. Well, it really didn't say anything that we didn't know. So they're still saying unidentified human remains, and the autopsy is still pending. It's going down. Something that I can't figure out about these cults, guys, is all these religious cults. They sit and talk about God, and God is great, God is good, and then they go murder people in the name of God. Do they not look at the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not murder. They don't make sense to me. Be all religious and into religion, preaching God's word, and go murder your children and your wife and your ex-husband. Don't make no sense. And a lot of these religious cults, they abuse children in them, molest them and stuff. Do they think that's being godly like? Absolutely not. Do you think it's the kids or other adults they needed out of the way? I think they needed everyone out the way. I think they needed the adults out of the way, and they needed the kids out of the way. What I can't figure out is why not just send JJ to K's. I can understand the thing about Tylee. I guess why they didn't send her away is she knew too much. She witnessed what happened with Charles Bello that day Alex Cox shot him dead. So that's probably the reason that they killed Tylee. I think they I don't know. It's hard to explain and hard to comprehend these people and the things that they have done. Pieces of crap. I say take them out and hang them up in a tree. Oh, love you too, Julie. Hey, there's Katie F. How you doing, Katie? Haley says she didn't want Kay to have JJ. They're probably both narcissists, too. I'd love to see a doctor diagnose them two nuts. See what's going on with them. I am in the state and just a few away from George Floyd murder, and the riots and stuff were at my front door, and all the children killed. And then Denise, man. Oh, Linda. I know. That was so sad about Denise. I just can't believe it. She's just so young. They were afraid JJ would talk and those grandparents would have taken him to a counselor. Good point, Jamie. Well, then I'm thinking that the motive maybe behind the murders of the kids was because they were witnesses. Maybe use their stupid apocalyptic crap as an excuse. I don't know. So confusing. My brain's thinking a million different things about this case. All kinds of theories, thoughts. It's just flying through my brain, guys. It's ADHD. I am rarely up before 11 a.m. my time, so I miss you, CC. Well, actually, Katie, since you're talking about live streaming time, I'm actually thinking about changing my live stream to about 11. Yeah, because, Mark's not working now, and it seems like he gets up and starts doing things around 10:30, like wanting to mow the yard or cranking the Harley and leaving or this and that. So I'm thinking that maybe, 30 minutes later would work a little bit better for me. Susan Elder. It's 10:45 in Texas. I missed someone. Just Joy. Nancy Grace reported 2 sets of remains found. Yeah, that's what they're reporting. That, and I think it actually said that the police did confirm that there were 2 sets found, and they're just waiting for an autopsy. 2 unidentified sets of human remains found. Let me go back. Let me go back and look at that one. Twitter. Okay, here's something from a reporter on Twitter. We do know now that Rexburg Police Department are confirming that 2 sets of human remains were found at Chad Daybell's house. So they have confirmed that 2 sets of human remains were found. Okay, so Chad is now facing 2 felony charges of destroying and concealing evidence. Sometimes I can't pronounce crap. Well, he's going to be charged with murder too. Here coming soon. They're going to be charged with Tammy Daybell's murder. Chad will be. I don't know if Lori will be, but I think that they killed Tammy. I'm pretty sure they killed Tammy. I want to know the results of her autopsy. I can't believe that medical examiner didn't do an autopsy on Tammy Daybell. She was a healthy lady in her late 40s. And she just dies in her sleep. Another medical examiner said when they're supposed to do an autopsy, don't matter what the family says. Figure out why the person passed away. I think that medical examiner that didn't do the autopsy, I don't think she works there anymore. I could be wrong about that, but she was criticized a lot for not doing an autopsy on Tammy Daybell. I'm wondering if he used the fire pit to cover up stuff. He could have. I hope and pray they didn't burn them, dismember or burn or anything like that. It's already bad enough. It's awful. I have no words to describe this, guys. It's heartbreaking. It really is. It's really sad. But I hope they didn't do anything like that to their remains. Hey, Heather Ann. Welcome. Oh, Katie, do you know her? Cool. The SEC should have done an autopsy to begin with, regardless. I think Chad may have said no due to religious beliefs. He blames everything else on religion. Yeah, I hate people that everything, blame it on religion. Um, well, I don't think it really matters about religious beliefs when it's not apparent why someone died. The medical examiner that was on HLN talking about this said that it's basically the law that they should have done the autopsy to determine what happened to her. So I think Chad was there. He's the one that called 911. Woke up and Tammy's dead. Yeah, right. He could have suffocated her, guys. They didn't do an autopsy. He didn't have to drug her, let her overdose in her sleep. He could have suffocated her. Can't wait to find out, though. How old are Chad's kids? Were they not living in the home as of yesterday? I think his kids are grown. I know, sometimes grown kids do still live with their parents. I really don't know if they lived with him. I don't think so. I think they have families of their own. I know they're adults. Depends. Muslims are buried in 24 hours due to religious following. Right. But even if it's against someone's religious belief, don't they still have to do an autopsy? If someone just dies in their home, they have no idea why. I'm going to find out about all this. I'm going to go back and find that medical examiner talking. If Chad and Lori are gods, why didn't they bewitch themselves through a portal instead of killing people? That's what I said, Katie F. Why don't she teleport her ass out of jail since she can teleport? Bieber, they live there. There are adults too. Yeah, well, there's 5 kids in total. I'm gonna look this up before I get off here. I'm getting ready to get off here. I gotta get some things done and try to watch his court appearance. Let's look at Chad Daybell's children. See what it says on Google. What happened to Chad Daybell's kids? Don't say. Starts talking about Tylee and JJ. Let's do it like this. Where are Chad Daybell's kids? Children. It doesn't say anything. It just keeps bringing up, of course, Tylee and JJ. Let's do Chad Daybell's daughter. I do know that I heard one of his daughters believed every single word he said. He's got her brainwashed. He's had years and years to brainwash this girl. Okay. Chad and Tammy Daybell have 5 children, including a son who is serving an LDS mission. None of them have spoken publicly about the case involving their father and his new wife, who will arrive in Idaho. Okay, so that's a old article. That's when they were extraditing Lori back to Idaho from Hawaii. Okay. It says Tammy Daybell died in her Salem home on Saturday. This is an old article. Her viewing was held 2 days later in Utah. By Tuesday afternoon, she was buried in the Springville Evergreen Cemetery. Boy, he wanted her gone quick because he murdered her. Lori was online shopping for wedding rings 2 weeks before Tammy passed away. Tammy was a pretty lady. Someone said it was really weird because the casket wasn't even there. It all came together so quick and felt rushed. There weren't a lot of people at the service. That's what someone's quoted as saying. The Daybell's children participated in the service, and Tammy's husband, Chad, was among the speakers. The closing song was Families Can Be Together Forever, and a poem called Your Mother is Always With You was printed in the program. 9 days after Tammy's death, Chad published an essay titled Moving into the Second Half of My Life in the LDS and AVOW, another voice of warning. That's what that means. Global Initiative newsletter. The first section of his post was sent to East Idaho News. This is what he said about Tammy. Let's just read this real quick. My dear wife Tammy passed away in her sleep early Saturday, October 19th. When I woke up around 6 a.m., it was clear she had been gone for several hours. He wrote, It came as a shock. I couldn't believe I hadn't been awakened somehow. But all indications are that her spirit simply slipped away during the night. Her face looked serene, her eyes closed in a slight smile. It was devastating to discover her that way, but I'm so grateful that her death was peaceful. He is a real weirdo. Chad praised his wife's faith, brilliant mind, and said she wore many hats with their publishing company. He then wrote that Tammy conveyed to him several messages, and I'm in the process of implementing what she has told me to do. She has indicated that my life has 2 parts that were planned even before I came to Earth. So right here, he's trying to tell his audience that he's had a vision from Tammy, and Tammy has told him to move on with his life. He's got a second life to live. And he's saying he wrote this because he knew he was going to marry Lori Vallow because they've been having an affair for a long time. Okay, so 5 days after the post was emailed to the subscribers, Chad married Lori Vallow on a Hawaii beach. He received $430,000 in life insurance money after Tammy died. Multiple sources say the funds came from several policies. Chad made significant increases to at least one policy before Tammy passed away. Tammy and Chad have 5 children. Did I already read that? No, not yet. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Chad and Tammy have 5 children, including a son who is serving an LDS mission. I think I didn't read that. None of them has spoken publicly. That's all it says about them. Okay, so a friend of the family who spoke to one of their sons um, she spoke to East Idaho News, but she didn't want her name mentioned. She says, we were talking about how his family is doing, and he told me his dad remarried, she says. I thought it was a joke because he kind of laughed about it afterward. I laughed, and he said, no, I'm serious. My dad went to Hawaii on a business trip, met a widow, and they just got married. See, oh, so he lied to his kids. He made it like, he's going on a business trip to Hawaii. Just so happened to run into a widow, and they decided to get married. Truth's not in this man. The friend wasn't sure how to respond, and since the Daybell children were not happy with their father that he had remarried so quickly. I'll never forget. He said, my dad's not a bad guy. He's just done some bad things, she says. I remember calling my mom that night and telling her how weird it was that Chad's wife hadn't even been in the ground a month and he's already married again. She'd only been dead 2 weeks. Okay. Chad and Lori stayed in Hawaii a few weeks after their wedding, but returned to Rexburg mid-November. Police arrived at Lori's townhouse November 26 to perform a welfare check on JJ, and officers were told he was with a friend in Arizona. Chad acted as if he didn't know Lori very well and stated he didn't know her phone number. An affidavit of probable cause states. Short time later, Chad tried to drive away but was stopped by a detective and admitted he did know his wife's number. Investigators returned the next day with the search warrant on December 1st. Chad and Lori Daybell caught an American Airlines flight to Hawaii without the children. Well, that was interesting. I'm glad I clicked on that because there was a few things in there I didn't know about. Oh my goodness. Julie, you super chatty girl, that's too much. Keep doing what you do. We all love you. From a Southern Hawaiian girl with dreads. We love you, Cece. Hey, you're a Southern girl. Thank you. I love you guys too. I appreciate that. We got a new channel member, Mandy Hall. Welcome to Southern Charm. You're now a Southerner. You already may be. Sorry I missed that, guys. I wasn't in the chat and I wasn't looking at my Chromebook. I was using my phone to read. Julie, it's very generous of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, Mandy, for joining. Let me write your name down real quick on my list here. I do shout out videos every week. If I ever miss anyone's name in the shout out video, it's not intentional. I have a long list here. Sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 times to record the shout out videos. The list is so long. I did put in there because I did have to block 2 people. When you block someone, you can't kick them from channel membership. They got to cancel that themselves, but I put a little disclaimer. If you get blocked for being a smartass, you're not getting a shout out. Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate that. Yeah, Julie, I really appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all, the people that watch me, people that join the channel membership, my loyal viewers, all of y'all. We've built a good little community here. I couldn't have done it without y'all, and I appreciate it. I really do. I really care for y'all. I really do. I feel like I've been doing this forever. Yeah, I had blocked 2 people. Yeah, I don't put up with smart asses. You don't smart off to me, and you don't smart off to nobody in my chat. Next time I catch somebody smarting off in the chat, whether it's to me or to somebody else. I'm not going to be afraid. See, I always got a fear of hurting people's feelings, so I try not to say much. I know if y'all have a little disagreement in the chat, y'all can sort it out yourselves. I try to stay out of that, but when I see someone continually smarting off in the chat to other people, they're gone. I'm not putting up with it. From now on, I'm going to nip it in the bud quick. I'm not going to put up with one subscriber running off 3 and 4 different subscribers. It's not happening here. Sorry, guys. I'm not scolding y'all. I'm just saying that to the people that have done that. That's one thing I can't stand. I can't stand someone to be disrespectful and a smart aleck. Nobody should be attacking anyone in my chat for their opinion. I want everybody to comment their opinion. You just be respectful about it, right? If you disagree with me, be respectful about it. I like hearing everybody's opinion, because it makes me think, oh, wow, I didn't think about it like that. All I ask is to be respectful and don't be a smart aleck. Y'all are all awesome, Julie. Yeah, we're all respectful here. All y'all are. But every now and then you get someone that comes in and wants to disrupt the chat, and I'm not having it here. That's not the way. It's not the way we roll here. We got Southern hospitality. I went into a chat one time and gave my opinion on a true crime case, and I was made feel like a fool by the moderators, and I never went back to that channel again, and I started my own true crime channel. Yeah, exactly, Meow. We welcome opinions. I want everybody to speak their opinion, but I don't want nobody being attacked because of their opinion. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. Jermaine, I know why you're laughing, Jermaine. Oh, Norma Star. Hey, hon. And for anyone that's new, I miss a lot in the chat. So if I don't say hi or see your comment, it's not on purpose. If you go back and watch my videos when I first started YouTube, I've always been that way. Always. Dana Page, I can't stand channels like that. Well, you know whose channel that was on, since he ain't on YouTube no more, I'll say it. It was the Swatters channel, only. They was showing a picture of accusing somebody of murdering those girls in Delphi. And they had a picture pulled up. And this guy was in the building. And he had like an axe behind him. And like a tray and a knife. And there was blood there. And I said, well, maybe he's a hunter. And they made me feel like I was stupid. Oh, why would you need an axe? Well, yeah, if you kill a deer or a moose or something, you're going to need a big knife to get it with, and you may need a little small axe. But that made me feel like I was stupid. I never did go back in there and chat no more about true crime. Oh, Norma, I've missed you too. Who was the squatter? Swatter cops swatting people. It was Oni. His name was Oni. And when he swatted people, when he called the cops, the people got the recording of him doing it, right? They know it was him. He tried to act like he had a Southern accent. It was the worst damn Southern accent I've ever heard in my life. Pissed me off. Trying to blame it on somebody from the South. I'm Southern. That pissed me off, him doing that. He could have been a hunter, yeah. Well, it really upset me because it was like the moderators. And I was thinking, man, if this was my channel, I would not let a moderator talk to someone that's just giving their opinion. I'm always respectful. Um, 99.9% of the time, I'm always respectful. There's 1% of the time I may get mean, especially if I don't like somebody. Yeah, oh yeah, he himself too. Yeah, yeah, he called the cops on him after he was called out for this. He left me a comment. See, I knew it was his troll account because I had done been told it was like it was the damn reindeers' names, Dasher, Dancer, something like that. And he was talking. They left me a comment talking about how my accent and my voice was annoying. Um, how I should try to talk better, how stupid I was. And it's just him being jealous. And when I deleted the comment and blocked the person, but I mentioned it to someone else, and they said, "CC, that's one of his troll accounts." And if he'd done me like that, I wouldn't have stopped till his ass was prosecuted. I guarantee you that. CC, you're so funny when you get off on one. I know. That's what Mark is too, the hubby. I'll be pissed off telling him off and he'll just start laughing. God, it makes me mad. Then sometimes I'll start laughing too. He sounds like a jerk. Yeah, well, everybody thought he was the greatest. Everybody thought he was the greatest. I never did think that. Never did think it. I tried to like him because everybody else did, but I'm just not a sheep. If I don't like somebody, I don't like them. I can't help who else likes them. There ain't but like a couple people on YouTube that I really dislike, a lot. What I do is I don't go around them. What? I don't know, but that's what the mail. That's what the account was called, like Dasher and Dancer. It was something like that. It was the reindeer's name. They had commented on my channel before, but I had said something about him when he got busted as being the cop caller, and then like I think it was the next day I had that comment. See, what he was trying to do was everybody knows I'm sensitive. He was trying to hurt my feelings because, I have had people say stuff about my accent and the way I talk. I can't help how I talk, you know. I don't think it should matter how I talk. I got a good heart. But he was just doing it to hurt me. Jealous because he don't got his channel no more. Well, don't lie and stuff. I don't really want to talk about him much, but I would just love to know the motive of why he did these ladies this way. I know why he swatted his own self to get pity and attention when people would super chat him because they'd feel sorry for him. That's exactly what was the motive behind that one. But um, the other ladies he swatted, why did he do that? He had no problem with them. Oh, thank you, Verbal. Yeah, I've had, people, it's very rare, but sometimes people do say stuff about my voice to me. It's probably only happened about 5 times. Yeah, I don't like to insult people either. There's a guy I watch on YouTube, and his voice is a little bit different. He just does like drama videos about Amber Lynn Reed and stuff. But you know what? I would never say anything about his voice because I just overlook that because I just like him. I just like him as a person. But people say stuff to him all the time, and I'm like, why? Just don't watch him if you don't like it. He does kind of talk through his nose, but so what? Beauty and stuff it's on the inside. You can be the prettiest person in the world, but if you've got a crappy attitude and you're mean and stuff, it makes you ugly. You make me miss home. Oh, Lucy Love. Some of us are planning a meetup this summer. I hope that we can do it. I may have a couple people coming to my area to stay at our little historic hotel we have here, and maybe go see some nature, go to the Breaks Mountains. If anybody's close by, we could all meet up in Gatlinburg or something, actually. If I don't enjoy a channel, I go to another one. Yes, we all have our unique voices. That's why we're supposed to use them. Yeah, if everyone was the same in the world, it'd be boring. There is beauty in flaws. I just put up something in my shout out video. It said something like that. It was an Egyptian proverb. Yeah, we have a KDF. I'll tell you in private. Yeah, we got a historic hotel here where I live at. It's really, really cool. Really, really old. Probably been around since the 1800s. At least the 1880s. I'm going to have to look that up and find out. It's really old, but at Christmas time, it is beautiful. They decorate it. Oh, gosh, it's so pretty. I've never been to Gatlinburg. Definitely want to this year. Jackie, hey, girl. I want to go to Parrot Mountain. I believe it's in Pigeon Forge, which is right next door to Gatlinburg. I want to go there so bad. I'm going. If I can get someone to watch my dogs for me. Yes, I'm an hour from Gatlinburg. Love to give y'all a hug. Oh, me too. That would be so cool. We could all meet up. We could go to Parrot Mountain. We'll go to Dollywood and ride the rides. Mark wants to go down to Key West. I'm not wanting to go that far because I got 4 dogs. My mother-in-law would have to watch them out at her property. And then I got my little dwarf goat and my chickens. And I just don't trust my neighbors to keep an eye on my goat like I do. Because she gets out of the fence and stuff sometimes. So I'd rather just go to Gatlinburg for a weekend. Come on, Mel Mel. I love historical sites. Oh, you would love it here. We have a park. Well, we have a park. It's called Breaks International or Interstate Breaks Interstate Park. And it's called the Breaks in the Mountain. You can go to one overlook and you can see the break in the mountain, and you can see Virginia, and you can see Kentucky at the same time. It's so cool. They got a really nice restaurant. They got a hotel. They got a pool, paddle boating, or you can camp, rent a cabin, whatever. You got 3 choices how you can stay. Hotel, rent a private little cabin, or camp. Oh, I love Dollywood. I've not been forever, Robin. Hey, Michelle. Michelle, I did that shout out video and I didn't know it till after I uploaded it. It cut out the P. I was saying Michelle and it cut out the P. When I use that My Movie app, sometimes when you do a voiceover, it does that. So I didn't mean to do that, by the way. I had done recorded it 3 different times. I was like, I'm not taking it down and redoing it. I'll just tell her. If you go to the national park, I think you can see 7 different states. Oh, really cool. I like going and riding roller coasters and stuff. I've been to Six Flags in Georgia before. That was really fun. But I want to go to Dollywood. I want to ride the Tennessee Tornado. One time, guys, I love roller coasters. I love scary stuff that scares me. I got off that ride and this old man, he's like, oh my God, you look white as a ghost. I thought I was going to pass out. It was so fast. Good night, Mel Mel. British accents or sexy. Oh gosh, I love a British accent, the Australian accent. I also like cityfied accents, as I call them, people that's all cityfied. I love learning about different cultures too. I'm a big nerd. Love the pic on the screen today. I know that made my year. Made my year when I heard he was arrested. Where are they showing the press conference? Um, Guys, do y'all know exactly what YouTube channel the press conference is going to be on? Because I'm not quite sure myself, but I need to get off here. Quit running my mouth. Get off here. Figure all this stuff out. Figure if I'm going to live stream it or just record it and upload it. Oh, your anniversary's on Halloween? Oh, that's so cool. I'd love to go to Universal Studios. I'm an hour and a half from Gatlinburg. Oh, really? Gatlinburg's only like 300 miles from here. Yeah, it only takes about 3 hours to get there, maybe a little less. We're thinking about moving down that way. Mark's got family down that way. We tried to buy a house down there once, but they had promised it to someone else. Someone was ahead of us, and they was like, if they don't take it, you guys can have it. But it was a good deal, so they bought the house. So been trying to buy one up here, but the people won't make up their mind. This woman died, and her kids, they all own it in together. Some of them can't make up their mind. Aloha from Honolulu. Y'all are making me miss Huntsville with y'all of the Smokies. Oh, I would love to go to Honolulu, Corey. Welcome, by the way. Just Jax. I think the guy streaming it is Nate with the local news station there. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Just Jax. We could all dress up and go out. I know. Have us a couple drinks. We might have us a beer. I might drink me a mimosa. I've been dying to try one of those, guys. I've never had a mimosa. I see it on these reality TV shows all the time, and I'm like, I got to try one of those. It's like orange juice and champagne or something. Okay, guys, I'm getting off here now. I love y'all. I may see y'all in a little bit if I decide to live stream him being in court. If not, I will try to upload it. But I'm going to get off here and get situated. Thank you all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And more than likely, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Be kind and peace. Be safe. I gotta go potty.